Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve code forces problem, grasshopper and the string. Before we start looking into the problem details and the examples and the Java solution for this problem, I want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people in their Java J2 interviews and in their coding interviews. You will find a lot of helpful videos on my channel that can help you in your interview preparation and in your coding interview preparation. There are over 200 solved coding different varieties of coding problems which were previously asked by big tech companies like Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Yahoo and many others. And those coding questions are covered selectively to cover important coding questions varieties such as dynamic programming, BFS, DFS matrix problems, binary search tree related coding questions, binary search related different coding problems, linked list and string related coding questions, as well as optimization problems. So this channel can be definitely help you in your job interview preparation, so please subscribe to the channel. So let's go through the grasshopper and the string problem statement. One day grasshopper was jumping on the lawn and found a piece of paper with a string. Grasshopper became interested in what is the minimum jump ability he should have in order to be able to reach the far end of the string, jumping only on vowels of English alphabet. So English alphabet vowels means A, E, I, O, U, right? So those are the vowels. So he can only jump on those vowels. Jump ability is maximum possible length of his jump. So formally consider that at the beginning of the grasshopper is located directly in front of leftmost character of the string, right? So this is the example string. So you can say that grasshopper is located here, right, in the beginning. His goal is to reach the position right after the rightmost character of the string. So he wanted to reach here after the right character of the right side of the uh, last character, right? In one jump, grasshopper could jump to the right any distance from 1 to the value of his jump ability. So the following letters are vowels. So A, E, I, O, U and Y. So in the input we have been given a string, right, as you can see here, and in the output we have to find out minimum jump ability of the grasshopper that is required to overcome the given string, right, jumping on only on vowels. So so let's take this example over here so we can discuss in more details. So this is the string that is given to us. So the grasshopper is located here in the beginning, right? So this is 0 basically, right? And this is first character, and this one is the 17 is the character after T, right? So the grasshopper can jump only on English letters, right? So A, E, I, O, U, right? I, O, U, and Y, right? So let's just make sure. And Y. So these are all the letters he can jump on. So as you can see, he can jump from here to here, right? So A is here, so he can jump here, first jump. After this A, the next, so we have to basically find out he can only jump in this set, right? So this is the set of characters of vowels. So he can jump on any of these. So whatever is the next appearing, right? So A is next appearing, so he can jump here. So minimum jump ability he requires here is 2, right? Otherwise he cannot reach here basically. So from here the next one again will be A here, right? So as you can see, minimum the jump ability he will need is 4 basically, right? So 1 2 3 letters are in the middle, so he has to do a 4 jump basically, right? So that it can reach from this A to this A. So after this A, then the next vowel here is E. So he can jump 3 here to reach here. After this, it can jump just 1 here to reach Y. Again, it can jump 1 to reach U. And after that, it can jump 2 to reach O. And after that, it can jump 3 to reach to the end basically, right? So this is what the problem is, and we have to find out which is the maximum jump ability, right? So this is the maximum jump ability. So jump ability is 4. So he has to have that much jump ability, otherwise he cannot reach to this end, right? Because he cannot cover this distance basically between these two A's. So he must be able to have the jump ability of 4. So That is what we have to return as the answer. As you can see, 4 is its jump ability here. So how we are going to solve this problem? So basically what we will do is first we will convert we will go through this string and we will convert each of these vowels into dot, right? So we will just convert it to dot, right? So this A becomes dot, then this B will stay as it is, then this A again becomes dot, then this B will be like this only. So we are converting only the vowels into dot, right? So this is dot, again this is C, again this is F, again this is dot, this is dot, this is dot, and this is dot, and K will be as it is, right? O will be again dot, and T will be as it is, and this T also will be as it is, right? So we just converted all vowels into dot, and after that what we will do is let me just get this color. So what we will do after the conversion of dot is we will start uh, looking into each of these character, right? So the um, whenever like it sees the dot, it has to, we will keep calculating the distance between the consecutive dots, right? So this dot and this dot, right? We will go through the string. Whenever we get another dot, we will just capture that distance, right? So this is the two distance, and we will just maintain one variable called as max. So it is 0 in the beginning, and whenever we find any consecutive dots, we will keep updating the max whenever we find it more than the current max, right? So here it is 2. Now from this one we will see this next dot is this one, so this one is 4, right? So we will update our max to 4. After that we will go from this dot to this dot, but this is 3, so we will not update our max is already more than 3. Here it is 1, again we will not update. Here again it is 1, we will not update. Here it is 2, we will not update because max is already more than this values, right? So there is no need to update in that case. And after that this one is 3 basically, right? So again we will not update, and at the end whatever is our max is our answer, right? So we will just return this max as our answer, as you can see it here. So 4 is the answer. So let's go through the Java code for this one. So first thing is this is one final static string I created called as placeholder. So we will just go through all these 6 vowels and we will just do replace all, right, on this string. So replace all will replace the vowels like this basically, right? So we will get dot dot whenever there is a vowel, we will get dot basically, right? So that's what we are doing here first. So after it is replaced, we will just create one variable called as max and give it a integer's mean value, right? And one other variable we will create as a count. So count is the jumps, right? To count the jumps basically between two dots. We will use that for that purpose. So we will start with the 0th character and we will go to the end of the string, right? In a for loop. Whenever we find a dot, we will reset the count to 1, right? Otherwise we will increment the count. So as you can see, the count is 1 in the beginning here. So here the count is 1, so here the count will become 2. Whenever we hit dot, we will just take this value and compare it with max and reset it to 1 again. Basically in this dot we will again reset it to 1, right? So that's what we are doing here. So we will also keeping track of the maximum jumps required here. So maximum we will update using math.max. Whenever we find it value of count more than max, we will update it, right? So at the end we will just print the max is the maximum required jump ability of the grasshopper so that he can traverse all the string, right, and reach to the end. So let's just execute this code. So we are getting 4, which is the correct answer as you see here. So let's just try this another example, AAA. So here we will just get 1 because all are A's, right? So the jump ability will be just 1 in this case. So this is correct. Let's take one other example where we have a big string and we have only A is here at the first and this is the vowel and the one vowel is at the end, right? So this is the length is 20 of the string. So we should get 20, right? So he has to jump from this A directly to E basically in this case. So as you can see, we are getting 20, correct? So this is the correct answer. So let's just make one thing, and we will just put one another vowel here, y. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5, right? So let's just put a vowel y here, and then we will just calculate it. So now it will be reduced to 16, as you can see, right? Because this one is the 16 is the length basically, right? And this is 4, this is 4, so total length is 20, right? So 16 is the maximum jump it has to have, like that jump ability, right? So this is the way we can solve code forces problem, grasshopper and the string. If you are new to my channel, on my channel there is a dedicated code forces problems link, like a playlist. You can go through that playlist. It has a lot of solved code forces problem explained with whiteboarding session and Java code examples. Also, there is another big playlist on my channel called as lead code and lean code solutions. So it contains a lot of lead code and lean code solved problems explained with whiteboarding sessions and explained with Java code examples. And those are selective problems in the sense that they cover important coding questions varieties such as dynamic programming, BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph related problems, binary search tree related coding questions, binary search related coding problems, as well as linked list string related different coding questions also. So you can go through those playlists when you are practicing for your coding interviews. It can definitely help you because it has a vast variety of coding questions which are asked by big tech companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many others. If you like this video, if you find this video helpful, and if you like the way it's created with whiteboarding session and examples, then please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for the channel because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in solving coding problems. They can solve these coding problems videos and understand how to approach different varieties of coding problems using Java, and what data structures and APIs of Java are to be applied on to solve different coding problems. The main goal of the channel is to help as many people as possible in their Java J2E interviews as well as in their coding interviews. So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you have any questions regarding the video, please put your questions below the description section. I am going to give you the link of this Java code solution, my GitHub account link. You will find lots of other solutions there solved in Java, so you can go through that. Also share this video with your friends and colleagues. That also helps for the channel, so please share it, and thanks for watching this video.